and welcome to the race brief for the St Ives Swimrun event. First and foremost, we are running a COVID secure event, so we really need you to pay attention, listen to your signs and to stay 2 metres apart from everybody. That includes when you first arrive, in registration and at the start and finish area, and when you've finished your race. You need to follow your the car parking attendants. We have 2 of them. This is quite a compact venue, so you need to listen to what they say and park where they tell you, so that we can fit everybody in. You may be asked to park along the side of the track and in the marina car park so that we can get you all in. For registration, there are 2 tents. There is a yellow tent for the 10k and there is a green tent for the 21k and the 5k bases. Please remember to queue up 2 metres apart and keep 2 metres away from our lovely registration ladies. When you get to registration, we need you to look at the board before you queue up and find your number and your name. Remember your number, and then when you get to the front of your queue, tell the ladies your number and they will give you a race pack. In your race pack, you will get a swim hat, and we need you to wear your swim hat at all times when you're in the water. You're allowed to take it off in the run, but it must be worn when you're in the water. You'll also receive an armband. Now you must wear your armband at all times right the way through the race. It needs to be worn on your right hand side, but it doesn't matter whether it's on your arm or on your leg. We find that some of the bigger people, it fits better on your arm and stays secure, but for some more petite people it tends to be less secure, so they need to wear it on your leg, as long as it's on your right hand side. You will also receive 2 timing chips. Both of these need to be worn, but they need to be on the outside of the neoprene. You'll get 2 straps to put these on. For teams, it doesn't matter whether one person wears both or you each have one, as long as both go around the racetrack. Your envelope for your race pack needs to be used for your key drop. We're not running a bag drop. There is strictly no bag drop available. It is just a key drop. What we need you to do is use the envelope that your registration pack came in, put your keys in the envelope and seal it, and then hand it back to the registration ladies, and then ready to pick this up at the end of the course. This is because we're COVID secure and we simply don't have the space for everyone's bags and remain spaced out. Please, at the start and finish, don't congregate in groups bigger than 6. The rule of 6 still applies even though we're a COVID secure event, and we are a pub location and they have strict legislations on the rule of 6. So we need to be courteous to them, and to remain COVID secure we can't have you in big groups bigger than 6. The rule of 6 still applies. When you come to line up for your race start, before the race start, please make sure when you have your timing chips you don't get within 20 metres of the race start or finish. The system is very sensitive, and if you get closer than 20 metres, you'll end up with a race time that is twice as long as what it should be, because it will have picked you up early. Make sure you stay 20 metres apart until you're called forward. When you come to your race start, the 21Ks, we need you to start lining up from 7:15, ready for a 7:45 start. The 10Ks, we need you to start lining up from 7:45 for a 8:15 start, and the 5Ks we need you to start lining up from 8:15 ready for an 8:45 start. Please remember to keep your spacings when you're congregating. No congregating groups bigger than 6, and when you're lining up, please keep your space between you. When you're racing, if you're on the 21k race, you'll be following the red signs and the red reassuring tape. If you're racing in the 10k, it's the yellow signs and the yellow reassuring tape. And if it's the 5k course, it's the green signs and the green reassuring tape. This isn't a triathlon and we don't have marshals on every corner. You only have marshals for your swim ins and outs. So you need to look for your signs. Part of the adventure is the navigation. We do our best to sign everywhere, but you need to keep your eyes open for your signs and your tape. We put the tape about every 400 metres, so if you haven't seen tape for 400 metres, please backtrack to the last sign that you saw and continue your course from there. Don't try and loop round because you will get lost. Please listen to your marshals and the water safety team. The marshals on the swim in will have a swim in sign by them, and the swim outs are marked by yellow feather flags and a marshal. We are racing on a river, so there is a good chance you won't be able to see your swim out feather flag. What we need you to do is follow the directions of the swim teams and your swim in marshals, and they will tell you which way you are going, and then you will swim until you can see the yellow feather flag. When you're in the water, if you get into difficulty or think you're in distress, please roll over onto your back and stick your arm in the air. If you need to hang onto a boat, please make sure you hang onto the front, just the front. Don't hang onto the side or the paddles, as you might pull our water safety team in, and we need you to stay 2 metres apart, so holding onto the front is the best way of doing this. You can hold onto a boat and rest for as long as you need to, as long as you make no forward progress, or they will paddle you to the side if you want to get out or stop. Please remember that it's only front strokes when you're swimming. If you're on your back, we'll assume you're in distress and we'll come and rescue you, so please make sure it's only front strokes. If you are stopping, we need you to go to the closest marshal and tell them your name and number, so this can be told to race control so that they know who you are and what's happening. Please then make your way back to race control to hand in your bib, your armband, your chips, and please make sure you do contact a marshal and don't just leave the course. This is a strictly no litter race. We are racing on the RSPB land, as well as other farmers and nature reserve land. It is strictly no litter. If you are caught littering, you will be asked to leave, disqualified and probably banned from racing again. Please listen to your Finnish marshal as well. We have a strict COVID policy, and what we'll try and do is we'll try and remain 2 metres away from you whilst we're going through the finish process. We need you to take your armband and your timing chips off and put them in the buckets directed, and then collect your t-shirt, your goodie bag and your medal. The pub, we are at the Pike and Eel pub. We'll be doing teas and coffees from 6 a.m. They will also be doing food outside from 12 noon, and there is also Sunday lunch, which we can highly recommend. It is fantastic. That's from 12 till 4. That needs to be booked in advance, and if you, whilst you're booking, say that you're with the swimrun event, they will put you in a separate area with all the other swimrun competitors. Still socially distanced, but in one big swimrun room. If you have any other questions, please message us. Thank you very much.